Okay, well, thanks for first of all for showing up. We really appreciate it. We know that just to come up and make the effort to be a part of this is something, and we appreciate that.
It is a tough deal to jump with SDC Rhythm XP.
Better him than me, that's all. That was the captain.
So thank you. We wanted to ask a
Thank
few
you
questions.
for inviting me.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it. I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm glad to be here.
Me too.
Yeah. So we definitely have a few things that we want to talk about with you since our last series of conversations. We want to make sure that we understand that you have a family, a very nice family, and that this is what we're asking is a lot of time to be away from home. So before you commit to something like this, we want to make sure that you've thought through all that and spoken with your family and understand what you're getting into.
Well, they love traveling first of all, and we live in Florida, so from DeLand to Sebastian, it's not really that could be done quite easily. I do that those one-day trips to cover like rhythm on training and stuff, actually on a regular basis, and all it takes is spending the summer in Illinois, and we have spent 2 years ago the summer on the West Coast, taking the whole family, and they love it. They love to travel. Last year we spent in the north. We are stopping by actually in your area, so we're all ready to go. That's not an obstacle. In fact, it would be fun to do it.
That's good.
Oh, Tiago! Oh no! Oh no!
Who are you? That all sounds good, but
All right.
talk about yourself a little bit.
Who am I? Good question, Tiago.
In a nutshell.
In a nutshell, well, my name is Kurt Gable, and I'm a passionate four-way lover. I've been skydiving for 30 years, and I've been doing only four-way and eight-way for 30 years. And I plan to do this for the next 30 years. And I've been with the German national four-way and eight-way teams for a few decades, and it was great fun, but I never felt I got to the point where I really wanted to be. Skydiving or competing on a very top level, finding the limits and that. So that's basically in a nutshell, who I am as a skydiver. Right now, I'm writing about people, which is fun too, but there's still the desire to be out there and do real competition and training.
Do you have any, as you've been preparing for this and finding out more about us, do you have any questions or concerns for us? Like when you think about joining the team, what do you think is going to be the most challenging part, and what can we do to help with that?
I don't really have so much about it because I know you pretty well. I've known you for a while, and I can only say that this is a very I've known you and Steve not as close as Tiago. I've known him longer, but from how I've known you, I think it's a wonderful team with great group dynamics, and that's what for me it's very important. The dynamics and how the group is functioning means a lot to me. Skydiving is of course what we all want to do, but as close as the time that you will spend with the team and the amount of time and the intensity, I think it's important to that it works really well, and that's what I'm mostly expecting. I want to have fun.
Yeah.
If I'm doing something like this, I know it gets serious. I know there are obstacles. I know there are issues. They will come. There's no doubt about it. I have experiences actually with a couple in the team, so I've had this. The German national team used to be a couple and two guys, and so I've done this
Two
before.
guys, a couple.
No. We were good friends and we did a lot of good stuff together. Hi, Spieli. But we're not a couple now. But it is very important that it's fun. So that would be my, in a nutshell, the basic answer to that.
Yeah. you know, I think certainly, like, we wouldn't do it if we weren't having fun, and that's a really important thing for us. You know, one of the most important qualities we look for in a teammate is positiveness, because we're having fun. We appreciate that everybody wants to have fun, and to some extent, it's just fun because skydiving's fun, and to some extent, you make it fun by being positive and by making the most out of everything, even when sometimes it's more difficult, you know. So one thing we've been talking with a lot of people is, you know, it's some people have had 800,000 jump seasons that we've been working with or talking to. Some people have never done more than, say, 250, 300 jumps. And, you know, Tiago will attest that it's one thing to kind of want to, and until you've done it, you really don't know all that you're committing to. And so I guess my question to you is, how much is the most jumps that you've done? Have you thought about that difference between that and the 700, 800 jumps we may do this year? And do you feel that you have that kind of positive attitude to make it through those long days so that we continue to have fun through that entire season, doing as much as we're doing?
Well, I'm young and strong, first of all. So and I know it will require some fitness training, but I have done 500 and more in a year. You know, at times when I was training hard, and I was also a load organizer for quite a few winters in Zephyr Hills, and made a lot of jumps at that time. I know what it is. You know, you get older, so it's a little bit tougher to do it, but you know, you need to be physically fit. That's what it takes to make it happen. And if it's good 4-way, good 8-way, the more the better. You know, I can't get enough of it. I feel like a Steve Lefkowitz, you know, 25 years old or whatever, and he can't get enough of it. You know, it's a mind thing. And you still want to do it if it's a lot of fun. So yeah, I have done it, not in a long time, but I think you know, I would be ready for it if that's what it takes.
Cool.
Do you have any questions for us?
Well, you know, there is a financial part of the whole thing. So I know that you're very special, actually, with the way you have been handling that in the past. I don't know really the details about it, but I know you are, you know, sharing somehow the expenses and the income and so forth. I'm ready to, you know, to sell my whole business, the National Skydiving League, and then sponsor you with a few millions, which are coming out of that. So it makes it a little bit easier for you. And you know, I don't know if it takes more to make the team, or maybe you can enlighten me with that. Or Janet is the accountant, or who's the accountant here?
Well, I can explain a little. I think it's no secret that professional skydivers make on the order of millions of dollars a year. So, you know, yeah, a little. Just it's like NBA, skydiving, and then baseball players. You know, so given that, you know, I think once you get started, really, money is not an issue to professional skydivers. So, you know, the budget is very small. Skydiving is cheap sport. You know, it's basically the cost of your running sneakers, really. Everything else kind of gets easy, so, yeah.
Well, that all sounds great, so it's good on my end. Am I in now?
Well, we got to fly with you.
Oh, I forgot about the flying. Yeah, all right. Okay. Well, let's get the flying out of the way then, right?
All right.
Okay. Well,
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks for your time.
It is a tough deal to jump with SDC Rhythm XP.
Better him than me, that's all.